Hi, I'm working as the capacity planning manager for customer service in Middle East, and I have been asked to shed some light on the Middle East or Amazon supply chain through a series of questions. So I'll take them one by one. From an end-to-end supply chain point of view, the customer goes to the website, he orders for a product, and then he enters his address and then starts the process where the Amazon receives the order. So once the order is received, Amazon would look for the nearest warehouse or this where the product is available, and then ship the product to the customer. Now, in terms of bottleneck of the operation, as I mentioned, right, because 20% of the time the inventory would be in Amazon's warehouses, whereas 80% of the time it would be within one of the partners of Amazon, which is the sellers or marketplace sellers. So the bottleneck mostly is in deliveries, and that is where Amazon is focusing most on in how we can enhance the delivery experience for the customers and remove that bottleneck. We are doing as a first step is that wherever Amazon is expanding, we are making sure that the delivery partners, although we are starting with a third party as a delivery partners, but eventually we are moving to Amazon Logistics or our own in-house delivery space. And that is where we gain most efficiencies, because if you look at our own in-house delivery, we don't have to rely on someone, and we can do whatever we want in whatever time frame we want in the lowest cost possible. And in terms of delivery as well, how we are looking to remove bottleneck is that we are looking to place more and more warehouses near the locations where we see the product to be eventually delivered, right? So that reduces the cost of delivery as well as the time that it takes to deliver the product. When we have our products stored in our warehouses, we don't try to keep a buffer, but there is a natural buffer which is created with a seller like Amazon, right? Because the same product would be sold by multiple sellers. For example, an iWatch would be in the stock of Amazon warehouse, as well as it would be sold by multiple other sellers on the website as well. So eventually, if it is stock out in the Amazon inventory, the customer would always have an option to buy it from another seller. So that creates an automatic buffer without having to invest too much in the buffers. The biggest challenge right now is the quality of the marketplace listings. So although the products that are there in the inventory of Amazon, we would have a strict quality control, but sometimes the marketplace products, we can't have the same quality control, because the delivery wing would just pick up the product from the seller and give it to the customer. So having the same level of quality control is very difficult. The other issue is that a lot of times what happens is that if there is a big sale event or a big promotion which is going on, and if the demand exceeds what is being planned for, then meeting the delivery promises to the customers is the biggest challenge. But it is a good challenge to have, because it is driven by higher demand, and we as a company are working to solve that every time. So the next step is to reduce the reliance on the manual systems and increase the automation in our work. So right now, if you look at the Amazon workforce, it is growing at the rate of knots across the countries. And because we have a lot of commonality in the way we operate in different countries, there is a big scope of automation and reduce the cost by reducing the manpower. So this is the next step, and we have as a company are working towards achieving this in a big way. Thank you.